Okay, hello, hello, hello. Okay, we're doing the continuation of lesson 4 and 5.
No one's watching. Michigan.
Come on,
Maximum place.
come.
You?
Oh, really? Oh. Mic test.
Or you can access it.
But Aziz, the mic can't hear you.
Can you guys hear us? Wait.
It'll only point in front.
Okay. Okay.
Remember the input?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, they can hear us naman.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so before we do some game time, we're gonna oh crap. Okay, we're gonna be answering some questions. Or is there any questions that our classmates want to ask? Yeah. So awkward, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's awkward because the live is not
Yeah.
live. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not in real time.
Okay.
Is nobody gonna ask questions?
Will anyone ask some questions from lesson 4 and 5? Or do you guys need a recap?
Just recap.
Okay. Let's just do some recap about the lesson 4 and 5. Okay. So, do it first.
Okay.
Just make it quick. Yeah.
I'll make it quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so to recap, definition is basically the process of defining any kind of word or phrase or idea or concept. It has there's 11 different ways of defining words. It's denotation, which is literal; connotation, which is like words that are basically they're from you define them through your own personal experience, and then we have analysis, which is basically just breaking down the word into its fundamental parts. Collocation is like you use the two words to describe something greater, like a concept, basically like mass demonstration or uprising, riot. And then comparison, it's like you compare a word to another word. They don't have to be similar. You just try to see what's their differences. Um, Contrast means like it's similar to comparison, but contrast is what do you call it? They're usually just different from each other. And then etymology is literally just history of a word. Exemplification is examples, like defining through examples, like food is
Good for you.
food is pizza, food is ice cream, food is that. Function is the importance of not importance, like what's the word used for. Like you could say a piano, you can only use it to play music, or you can use it to compose music. And then negation is the opposite of exemplification. It's like you describe what the word isn't, like ice cream is not hot, and basically that. Synonym is like their definition is nearly the same as the word that you're trying to find. And then slang is, short language. It's usually used informally. Uh, Nobody really uses it outside of like being casual. Yeah, that's basically it. Now we have lesson 5.
Okay, so lesson 5. Lesson 5 is just about division and classification. And then we have the principles. So, like, what is division? Division works hand in hand, just like analysis, wherein a concept is dissected into component elements, like different parts. Let's say division. Like what I give an example is an airplane. An airplane can have different parts. Like we're dividing it to different parts so that it can make up an airplane, right? So like we have the cockpit, we have the engine, we have the wheels. Yeah, yeah. Next is classification. It involves categorization, which makes it possible to put things in groups based on similarities. Basically, like I said, another example from yesterday, which is the news, right? We have like different category. Like let's say the lifestyle of actors, the lifestyle of other people in a country. Then we have sports. Like let's say it's all about football, basketball, any of those. And then we have more. Like let's say like natural disasters in our country or in anywhere else. It can also be international. Then we have classification division or essential not just in writing but also in everyday concepts, meaning that we don't use we may use classification division in reading and writing, but we can also use in our everyday concepts, you know. So yeah. Then we have principles of division, dividing and classifying.
No support.
Just read it. Read it.
Okay. Sounds kind of basic. So, consistency. It's characterized by having parallel similarities in the divisions you make in your writing. Exclusiveness means there is no overlapping between or among the items divided and classified together. Completeness means that no important part is omitted from the writing.
Okay. So yeah, that'll be it for principles of dividing and classifying. Hopefully you guys like remembered at least some or two. Some, yeah, some. And we have this, yeah, summary of lesson 5 is just like basically like we can use it. We can use division classification in our everyday lives. That's about it. And then we have there the questions. Does anyone have any questions? Aziz, come here. Come here. Riley, come here.
Wait, is the mic on?
Yeah, it's on. I just muted it. Are there any questions that you guys want to clarify? Or you guys want to just ask? Like what is division?
Okay.
What is classification? What is connotation? What is denotation?
Is it all good? Is it all good?
All good? Okay.
What's your name?
What about cerebel? Cerebel, do you have any questions? We have to be bold. We have to.
We have to be bold.
I
All
Okay,
good.
all
Okay.
good.
Okay, sir. So next. Oh crap. It's game time. Let's go. It's game time. Okay, let's game time. Okay.
Give each of them like 15 seconds.
Okay, 15 seconds. Where we can make it past for the other group. Okay, next game time. Time for some game time. Okay, next. Okay. The flute is a musical instrument that primarily produces sound through the process of blowing into its tube to process a high-pitched sound. Its main body consists of a foot joint, keys, barrel, and within the head joint is a lip plate, crown, and a embouchure hole. So basically, this is related to lesson 4. So is it analysis, contrast, slang, or etymology?
Type the letters.
Type the letters. Is it A, B, C, or D?
Okay, one.
Put a
Okay, it's A. Okay, good job, guys.
Okay.
Nice one.
Okay, it's correct. It is
Analysis, it is correct. Yep.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, philosophy comes from the Greek word roots philo meaning love and sophos meaning for wisdom. So which one is it? Is it A, analysis, B, comparison, C, function, or D, etymology?
I think it's B. Who is this guy?
I think it's C. Are you guys sure? I'm just kidding.
Guys, I'm thinking it's C.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Let's
the
see.
answer
You guys want to see?
is
Answer is
etymology.
etymology. Nice one. Good job, guys.
I don't know whoever got it. Good job.
Good
Good job
job.
to them. Proud of them.
Good job.
Good job, guys. Okay, next. Selfie refers to a person taking a quick picture only consisting of themselves. A. Collocation. B. Comparison. C. Slang. D. Exemplification.
I don't know.
It doesn't sound like.
Does that sound like slang?
We don't know if you're referring to the word itself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's slang. Slang.
Why do you reveal the answer before you?
Give me slang. Just- Yeah. Okay, next, Riley.
So question. How do you pronounce that?
Discombobulate.
Okay. Is when a person confuses somebody and make them slightly anxious. What's the answer, guys?
Is it A, analysis? Is it B, denotation? Is it C, function? Is it D, etymology? C, function?
Let's go.
Let's give them 10 seconds.
This can be seen. Wait. Function to do.
Okay. Are we? We're taking too long.
Okay, we're taking too long here. So, function, right? The answer is B, denotation. That it wasn't part of the techniques, so I just gave it out. Oh, that's it.
No, that's
Okay. Okay, thank you for listening, guys. You guys did great. Actually,
okay.
definitely.
Wait,
Okay.
where's Anthony?
Thank you for listening, everyone. Okay, next is yeah,
Next to the other.
other
Are we
groups.
supposed to stop it?
Nope. This is great.
Good luck. Good luck to them. Good luck to you guys.
All right. Transmission, I guess.
Person contrast. I can
Oh, anyone you know?
you juxtaposing first, right?
I don't know. Maybe that's- It is. Yep. All right. You guys can start whenever. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, we start.
Hi guys. So
This line of time.
we'll be explaining the next lesson, lesson 6, about juxtaposing your world with others via comparison and contrast. Okay.
So before we start, this is the overview of our lesson. We will first be explaining what is juxtaposition, comparison, and contrast. Then we will go over the the use of figurative languages in this lesson. So let's go. Okay, pero you can ano. Teka. First. Okay, so first of all, juxtaposition or juxtaposing, it is putting two separate things or ideas next to or near each other to highlight differences. And if we were to put that in a visual explanation, just look at the picture. Notice how there's a red, how there's like a vast amount of yellow colored. I don't know if those are roses. I just say flowers, yellow colored flowers, and then there is a red one sticking out, and that could highlight it highlights their differences. And we will see more of this in later lessons on how juxtaposing works. But before that, let's explain what is comparison and contrast, just in a simple version, because the previous group already explained it kanina.
Okay, a recap from their lesson. So comparison, dealing with similarities or likeness. So let's say the flower in the picture, they're all flowers, the red flower and the yellow ones, they're the same because they're both plants and flowers. In contrast, tackling the differences between or among topics. In contrast, despite knowing there are similarities to the two subjects we are comparing, in contrast, it will further explain the differences among those two subjects. Okay, next. So yeah, there. Both are complementary to each other and are usually inseparable. So without knowing the similarities, you can't really know the differences. So they're just like vice versa. Okay, next we have analogy. So analogy is used in paragraph development when there are two things being compared. So it's related to our topic, the juxtaposition one. So analogy, it is a common technique that writers use to demonstrate comparison and contrast. It delves beneath the surface differences of at least two subjects to expose unperceived and unsuspecting similarities and or differences. Basically, in analogy, it will be giving you a sentence that are comparing two subjects, right? And it will further explain why did it compare those things. So we have an example here. Just as the sword is the weapon of a warrior. First example, just as the sword is the weapon of a warrior, a pen is the weapon of a writer. Oh, okay. So here, this is an analogy because it compared more than two things. First, the sword and the weapon. The sword is a weapon, right? And then a pen is also a weapon. So why did they compare these two things? It could be a metaphor if if a pen is the weapon of a writer. If it's not there, it's just as the sword is the weapon of a warrior. That's just a metaphor because it's just gonna make you think what does it mean? But since it's an analogy, just as the sword is the weapon of a warrior, sorry, a pen is the weapon of a writer. So it further explains why is a sword and a pen essential to the person who uses them because it can be a weapon for the both of them, you know? Okay. Okay. Next we have simile.
All right, so simile, I'm pretty sure this is common knowledge. Simile is done when there's a direct comparison between or among objects. And it is always done with the use of the words like and as. So I'm pretty sure you know how simile works at this point because we've learned that in elementary, we've learned that in high school, in junior high school as well. So it's a pretty simple it's easy to get. Now, here are examples of simile. First one, she was a peasant girl like Joan of Arc. I am crying tears like the rain. Your eyes are as bright as the stars in the night sky, and he is as weak as a bug. So those are examples of similes. They use the words like and as to compare two things, um, or to compare two things or topics. And the next one, metaphor. Metaphor is done when there is an indirect comparison between or among objects. Here are examples. Time is gold. What I'd like to ask any of my group mates, what can you interpret from time is gold?
Oh,
Time is gold.
time is gold is when. So let's say where yeah, so let's say that if you want to study and you want to get good grades, you could get you need time to like focus on your studies and give time to study and perfect the exam. So yeah, if you give time to study, you could reach your goals better. On God, what do you want to say?
Showing?
Yes.
Okay, a metaphor, it's not literary, it's more objective. So basically, if I were to say time is gold, time is not actually gold. They just use it, they just use oh, they just use it in a way to like express or like, you know, show that time, like for example, time is gold. It's basically saying that time is valuable. Life is a roller coaster, which means there's a lot of ups and downs. It's not literary. They use it as like objectives. It's not, it wouldn't make sense if you take it, you know, yes.
Good job.
It's time.
Okay, I thought you said time is gold.
Time is gold.
It was gold.
Not really.
So next one, I see myself building a world of bridges. I got this from a singer, from actually from a song of a song. And basically, what the singer, how I interpret this is, you see yourself building a world of bridges. You, by the way, guys, you're free to say in the chat how you interpret these messages. So feel free to say something in the chat. But you know, I can see your insights. So I see myself building a world of bridges. How I would interpret it is that you see yourself building, opening, you open yourself to more opportunities, and of course, since bridges are also a connection between two places, or you know, let's say cities that are separated by something. So seeing yourself building a world, you're seeing yourself building a world of bridges is like a metaphor on opening yourself to more opportunities and um, building more connections, you know. And how the singer interpreted her this lyric, this metaphor is that you can see, what you call that, if ever you're stuck in a dead end, you can always go back, turn around, and you can find more ways to achieve your goals or to move forward. Then the last one, another last metaphor, I'm sure a lot of you can probably get this reference. I am both shield and sword. So how do you interpret it, Kylie? I am both shield and sword.
Okay, can I do it?
Yes.
Okay. So hold up. Okay, I am both shield and hey. I am I am more shield and sword. So you know that shield is used to protect yourself, sword is used to, you know, defend yourself, which means that you yourself, you have two roles. You can defend yourself and you can also, you know, protect yourself, which basically means you have your own side regardless of whatever that comes your way. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. And the next topic would be oxymoron. Jasmine, you good? It's okay.
Okay, so now we have oxymoron. This happens when two seemingly opposite terms are juxtaposed next to or near each other in a single expression. So the examples for oxymoron, this is another fine mess you have gotten us into. The second example, there is a real love love-hate relationship developing between the two of them. So oxymoron basically uses two opposite words next to each other to form a sentence that would make sense. So saying that this is another fine mess is basically, fine and mess are two complete opposite words. That's the use of oxymoron. They create sentences with words that are too different between each other. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. There is a real love-hate relationship developing between the two of them. There's a real love-hate. Okay. Love and hate. There's love and hate in a relationship. So, you have a lot of things you don't like in a relationship, things you also love in a relationship, which creates a relationship between the two of them. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Hey, you know what time it is? Personification. Is this on? Yes. Personification. So this is done when non-humans are assigned human characteristics and or actions. This literary device is employed to enhance the vividness of descriptions, create a more relatable or emotive narrative, and imbue non-human elements with human-like characteristics, making them more accessible to the audience. So, personification from the word personification. So, you personify something. Yeah. So, like, let's say, for example, related to human beings. So, like, if you bring like an object or something, and you personify it like human things. Yeah, human activities or something. So, there are examples. Boom. Oh. So, the wind whispered through the trees, sharing its secrets with the world. So you see, sharing its secrets with the world. So the wind whispered. So you know how we whisper. So the wind has whispered through the world. Like it goes on and okay. The next one. The sun. The sun smiled down on the beach, warming the sand beneath it. So the sun smiled down on the beach, warming the sand beneath its rays. Okay, so the sun, like it's there. So the sun rays goes down, and then you know how the sand takes heat from the sun, right? Yeah, yeah. So it's warning.
Anything can take heat from the sun.
Yeah, Loki, but the sand's like more, somewhat. Yeah. So the sun smiled down on the beach, warming the sand beneath its rays. So yeah, it's warming the sand because sun is hot.
It doesn't smell.
Huh?
It's
It-
not literal.
no, but it's not literal. It's not literal. Okay, next one and final one. The old house creaked and groaned as if it had aching bones, telling stories of its long history. So, as you know that if we're old, we tell stories, right? Yeah. So the house creaked and groaned. Of how old the house is, it started groaning and stuff. No, yeah, like the stairs and stuff. Okay, so it's and like that. So it gives us stories of how old it is, but it's not literary. Okay, guys. Yeah, I hope it makes sense. Oh,
It's like another way of saying how old a house is to the point that yeah,
yes.
like
This is what I mean.
how old it is that it can what you call that? Of course, when you think of a very old structure of a building,
Of course, it's been there for long. It has a lot of
Yeah,
stories. For
stories.
example, you have people that live there. The house has been through a lot.
Yeah.
The house has been through a lot. It's been there longer than the people who's been in the building or whatever. It just shows and it makes you identify that the house is old and it has a lot of course the house can talk.
Oh.
Again, this isn't literary, but it
Yeah,
shows
just
you that the house has been through a lot.
Mm. It's being personified.
See?
That was my line. Okay. So next is wait. Any questions, guys? Guys, can you give me W's in the shot? Okay. Next.
Okay. Hope you guys understood that. Now, in summary, writers take a creative approach in using comparison and contrast through the use of figurative language like analogies, similes, metaphors, and personification. These add color and a deeper meaning to what the author is trying to point out in a given piece of writing, whether academic or creative. So that would be the end. If you have any further questions that would be saved for later, we can move on to game time. I hope a lot of you can participate. Oh, wala pa lang game.
Meron time. 20 minutes na lang.
Teka lang.
20 minutes. 20 minutes.
It wasn't updated.
No.
Kylie, can you give me my AirPods? It's there. Thank you. Like,
It wasn't updated. Here you go. How do you change it? Change it to
Which?
change the
Tabs. Use the tab.
yes.
So what? See this?
Here,
Set one.
this one. All right, question and answer. Choose the letter of the correct answer in each statement provided. All right, number one. Identify the figurative language used. Despite being over 75 years of age, mother's mind is as sharp as a razor. A. Metaphor. What is it? A. Metaphor. B. Simile. C. Personification. D. Oxymoron.
first to answer gets points.
First five.
First 5 to answer. Mhm.
You're not answering.
Okay, guys.
A. Oh, Sir Ivan is here. Sir Ivan is here.
Your own one.
Okay, so a lot has been answering A. Let's see if that's the correct answer. The answer would be B. Simile. Why? Because there is, yes, because it has as sharp as a razor. Wonder what seriously. Okay.
I'll ask.
Question.
Oh, you can just say.
Next, we have the second sentence. Just as a caterpillar comes out of its cocoon, so we must come out of our comfort zone to grow. So is this A, an oxymoron, B, a simile, C, personification, D, an analogy?
They're getting it wrong.
No.
Kyle, Ray, Casey, Leah.
Okay. So there are 5 people who got it correct. And the right answer would be analogy. Okay.
Explain how it's not personification.
It's not personification because it didn't come it's not a caterpillar is it's a living thing naman. It actually comes out of its cocoon. So it's just comparing how it compares it to us people that we must come out of our comfort zone just as a caterpillar comes out of its cocoon. It mustn't stay there. So there.
Yes. Now, number 3, which depicts an oxymoron? Here are the sentences. 1, after they fought, the silence was loud. 2, Sir Romel is seriously funny. A, number 1. B, number 2. C, both 1 and 2. D, neither 1 or 2. Which one correctly depicts an oxymoron? Still says here. Someone said C. Someone said C.
Guys, are you sure?
Again, after they fought, the silence was loud. Sir Romel is seriously funny.
Yes. Okay.
All right. So
The correct answer is wait, you're changing. Okay, the correct answer is
C, both 1 and 2.
why?
Explain why.
Yes, okay, let's go. So, yeah. Okay, so after they fought, the silence was loud. So, fought and silence, they are both complete different words.
Silence.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Silence and loud. Obviously, silence is when there's no sound. Loud is when, there's a lot of voices going around and everything. So those are 2 complete words. Sir Romel is seriously funny. Seriously and funny are what makes the sentence an oxymoron, because seriously and funny are 2 complete different words. So that's how you know it's oxymoron, guys.
Sir Romel is seriously funny. Though seriously and funny are different words with different words with different meanings. Putting 2 of them together can amplify that Sir Romel is very funny, or that his humor is worth. What you call that?
It's really funny.
Yeah, it's worth. Okay, number 4, which is not a metaphor. A, it's been raining cats and dogs since last month. B, my dad is glowing since his team won the game. C, he is the black sheep of the group. D, she was drowning in grief. Which is not a metaphor.
Oh, not.
Okay, someone said B. Any more?
Wait.
Okay, wait down. D. Okay, B, C, C, A, C. Okay. Okay. Very tricky. Should we end it? Okay. So the answer would be A. It's been
Okay.
raining cats and dogs since last month. Now,
They and so
a lot of
good.
you answered C. Why not C? Because this wasn't discussed kanina, but this is just a way for you to understand what a metaphor is. A metaphor compares two things, by the way. They compare two things together. And yes, they compare two things together. How is it not C? Well, yes, black sheep can be considered as an idiom. It actually comes from a metaphor, meaning since if you analyze the sentence and if you delve deep into what the meaning is of what the meaning of he is the black sheep is, that would mean that he would be the odd one out of the family, right? Since let's say if you visualize it this way, a black sheep in a horde, in a in a in a horde of white wool sheep, you see a black sheep in the middle. That's obviously you can obviously state that, oh, the black sheep is the odd one in the batch. So it compares how being the black sheep or being the odd one in the family compares how he is not like the rest of the family. Just like my dad is going since his team won the game. When of course the dad is happy, so being happy can be compared to glowing. She was drowning in grief. Drowning can be compared to being overwhelmed, you know? But cats and dogs, you can't compare that to anything. Because in the meaning of it's been raining cats and dogs since last month, it means that it's been raining a lot. You can't really compare cats and dogs to a lot. You know? It's an expression, or actually it's an idiom, which wasn't discussed, but that's how it can be. That's how it's not a metaphor, because cats and dogs means a lot. And yeah, it's an expression, it's a saying. Compared to the others, it indirectly compares something, while an idiom would be explaining a situation. Yeah.
Okay, so number 5, which option correctly demonstrates personification? So number A, the moon. Huh?
Number 3.
Oh,
Number A.
letter A. I'm talking the letter A, the moon danced gracefully across the night sky. Okay. B, the river flowed silently through the valley. C, the stars twinkled in the night sky. Okay, so yeah.
Because I was asking, like, if it was either A or C. I was contemplating it was either A or C. What did you say?
You're all thinking.
Okay, okay. Okay, so I see a lot of people saying A. So the answer is A. Yes. Well, actually, the answer is A and C because, like, I gotta.
Wait,
had to
no.
be-
I removed the part where it's
Oh, okay. It's okay. It's okay. So let's see. Why is A the correct answer? So the moon danced gracefully across the night sky. You know how personification it doesn't have like the literal meaning and stuff. So yeah, if you see the moon dance gracefully, so like what do humans do sometimes? They dance. And so
No, that's
but moon doesn't dance. But why? Because it's not literal.
It's
Right,
just
Jasmine?
saying how
Yeah.
it's how people interpret the moon, how it's moving across the night sky.
Mhm.
It's just it's a nice way of saying that the moon moved.
Yeah.
So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for
Thank you
listening.
very much. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Yes.
Share,
at least I'll subscribe.
and I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye, chat.